Hi, I'm Michelle and welcome to MJ Pilates. Today we're going to slow it down with our Serene Sunday stretch and mobility series. So we're going to require two props today. This is a mini stability ball and it's going to be really great to support the tight spaces in the body and create a little bit more openness. And if you don't have something like this, you could use a pillow. Enjoy the little things. A small throw pillow can also help provide the same sort of support, so that's a good prop to have. So I'm going to use both today, so you get a chance to see that. So grab your equipment and I'll meet you on the mat. Alright, welcome back. Let's get ready to relax and slow down. Let's take a nice deep inhale. We're going to reach those arms overhead. And we're just going to use the ball to close the kinetic chain in the body so we're not feeling any stress. And then we're going to exhale and round forward and reach towards the ground. Hands can be on the front of the ball, and then we start to slide the ball in towards us, rolling up and stacking that spine, opening the chest. And again, now we're going to go right from here and exhale as you reach and round your body. Staying connected to your breath in the core and slowly start to stack the spine and roll it up. Let's do one more. Inhale. Exhale, roll the ball away, round through your spine. Allow everything to relax and settle in, and then roll it up. Take a cleansing breath, inhale. And exhale. Let's take one hand onto your same side knee, other hand out to the side. We're going to take the other hand up on an inhale, and then exhale, come into some side flexed position. Inhale, lengthen back up. And exhale down. And again, reach and lengthen that side body. Bringing it back up and return. Switch it over to the other side. So when you're reaching up, think really long to that side. So you're not crunching. You're finding length through both the bottom arm and the top. Inhale and exhale, bring it back. And again, inhale, lift. And exhale, reach. Inhale, and exhale, bring it back. Good, let's come into a side lying position. And if you have a pillow, you can use your pillow. I'm going to keep using the ball. I'm going to bring my other hand underneath my head. So my bottom hand is supporting my head and neck. I'm going to take my top knee and place it on the ball. Now both knees are bent, but I'm going to focus on the top by bringing that knee forward and back, and just softly moving through that hip, finding some space, and letting go any stress you might have built up in your hip from the week. And then bringing it back to center. Now make sure that that ball is right underneath your knee at the top of your thigh, and we're going to start reaching the hip forward and back. So let the hip come off of its stacked position and just reach it forward and then return it back. Again, just creating some space and then bring it back to center. Let's stack those knees together and let's grab the ball and place it in line with the shoulder this time. We're going to slide it away and then bring it back in. Slide the arm away just like you did with the hip. And let's do a couple more. And last one. Good, and then just bring that ball back in line with your hip. Place the knee back on top, and let's take this top arm up and exhale as you reach it behind you. No need to touch the ground just yet, just starting to open up through the chest, getting a little rotation in that thoracic spine, creating some mobility. Reach, each time going a little further, and this time let's hold it there. Soften the elbow and start to reach a little bit further towards the mat. Maybe you can take your arms into a T. If you're feeling extra tight, just keep your elbows soft. And then release all the way down. Turn your head and neck towards that back shoulder. Soften the elbow and then slowly start to come back to center, bringing your arms together. Let's place our hand in front of our breastbone and start to lift up And we're going to stack the spine and transition to the other side. So again, lying on your side, tuck your bottom hand underneath your head, and let's take that top knee onto the ball. We're going to bring the leg forward and back, just relaxing into the movement, creating some space. Let's try a couple more. And then bringing it back to center. Allow the hips to come forward and back. Still thinking about the core, keeping it turned on slightly so as not to feel your lower back. And let's try one more. And then bring it back. Let's stack those knees and hips and take the ball in front of us and slide that arm away. Finding movement in the shoulder. And bring it back. Use your exhale. And inhale. And exhale. And inhale. Good. Let's bring that ball back in line with the hip. Take the top knee on just to keep it from moving. We're going to take the top hand up on an inhale. And exhale, start to reach it behind you. Inhale. And bring it back. Reach it up and exhale, open the chest. Inhale, bring it back. Let's do a couple more. Again, finding space each time, maybe going a little further and bringing it back. And let's do one more. This time, take it all the way back if you want. Rest that arm on the mat. Keep twisting and looking over your back shoulder. Staying lengthened through both arms, or soften the elbow if you need to. Just listen to your body. Inhale as you bring it back up. And exhale, return to your start position. Let's transition onto our back. So we want to slide the ball underneath your thighs. And just allow the thighs to feel heavy on either your pillow or the ball. And we're going to find those deep abdominal muscles with some breathing, so that they can support your back. So let's take our hands and place them on our hips and just turn them in a little bit so that you're feeling for the transverse abdominis kicking in, or your low belly muscles. On your inhale, let your belly rise. And on your exhale, think of contracting a little bit, pulling that navel towards your spine. Belly button pulls in, and then inhale, let it expand. And exhale, deflate that balloon. That's the sort of image you want to have. Inhale. And exhale. And just breathe and release any tension. Now we're going to let our legs come a little bit more out in front of us with still a softness in the knee, and we're going to do a gentle hip sway from side to side. First, taking it nice and slow and just a small movement. Let your legs feel connected to whatever you're using as a prop, and let them sway nice and easy from side to side. Good. Still thinking of that abdominal engagement, so you're not firing into your lower back muscles. They work hard enough. So let's let them relax, and then bringing it back to center. Now let's slide one leg straight, and we're going to take that prop right underneath the left leg. And then let's straighten that left leg out, and we're going to go side to side in a tick-tock motion, or like a pendulum moving back and forth. Just really allowing that hip to feel space and open up. Just slow it down, feel serene and calm, connect to the motion, and then bring it back to center. Placing that leg to a bent position, let's transition to the other side. The leg you just had working is going to stretch out, and now let's lengthen the other leg and go back and forth. It's not a very big movement, just that side to side. And the idea being that the hip is feeling space and starting to create more mobility through that hip. Let's try a couple more. And bring it back to center. Good. Now, no prop is needed for this next part, but if you wanted to use your ball, you could. Let's say you want to use that mini stability ball. You could place your foot on top of it, and we're just going to slide the leg away and then pull it back in. And again, slide it away and pull it back in. Let's do a couple more. And in. And one more time. And pull it back in. And then send it over to the other side. Reach it away and pull it back in. And as you're reaching the leg away, I'm not just thinking about my leg, I'm thinking about my breath. Inhaling and exhaling. And that abdominal connection the whole time I'm sliding the leg away. And let's do one more. Good, and then bring it back to center. And now let's place the ball between the ankles. Or if you had a pillow or a yoga block, that could work too. And we're going to allow the spine to articulate. We're going to move through the hips and start to pick up through the tailbone and lift towards the ceiling. Making your way into a shoulder bridge and then slowly roll it back down. Slow and controlled. Exhale, press. You're closing that chain. You're squeezing into that ball, giving yourself a little bit of feedback, connecting to the inner thighs, and then slowly coming back down. And let's try two more. Exhale, let the tailbone lift off, then the low back, then the mid back, coming up to your shoulder blades, pressing your upper arms into the mat, keeping the chest open. And then let the upper back come down first, reaching away through the lumbar, and then lastly the tailbone. Let's try one more just like that. Exhale, roll it up. Feel that length. Notice how each time you do it, you're finding more stability and more length, and then bring it back down. Nice and easy. Awesome. Let's stay connected to whatever prop we have between our knees, and then lift those legs up to tabletop. Just fold the hips, barely touch the toes, and let's lift it up again, and down, and lift, and lower, and lift, and one more time, and lift, and then slowly lower. You should have felt some activity happening in those lower abdominal muscles. Always thinking about the core. Now, we want to roll up. I'm going to switch pops for this particular part of the stretch. And roll yourself back down onto your back. So if you've got your ball, that's okay. Go ahead and use the ball. But I'm going to come up into my shoulder bridge. And right now I want to just use the pillow. So I'm supporting my hips and my tailbone. I'm going to pull one knee into my chest. And then slowly reach the other leg away from me. Keeping that leg pulled in. I want to feel for all parts of my leg as I stretch. One pulling in and the other leg reaching away until it's fully extended. And then from there, let's take the opposite hand to the outside of the knee and start to draw the knee across the body. Now, if you are on the ball, just be aware that if you go too far, you might fall off the ball. So be very cautious. And then come back to center. And try that again. Exhale, bring that leg across the body, staying connected to your breath, and then draw it back in. And then let's reach to the outside hand again. As I reach that leg to the outside of my body, I want to be aware of this opposite hip. If it starts to roll up off the ground, I want to keep it anchored into my pillow. And then bring that leg back to center. Now let's extend that leg up towards the ceiling and then bringing it back down. Exhale, reach through the heel towards the ceiling and down. Let's try two more just like that. And down. And last one. Reach. Now let's lift the head, neck, and shoulders. Pull the head to the knee and the knee to the head. Keep it breathing in And then exhale, roll your head, neck, and shoulders back down on the mat. Soften the knee, pull it in, and then start to lengthen that leg out. And let's switch sides. Pulling that other knee in towards you. Bring it closer towards your shoulder. And the bottom leg, just give it time to relax into the mat. Extend it wherever you feel works for you. So maybe you need a soft knee. Maybe you can extend it all the way. Listen to your body. That's the best thing you can do. And from this position, we're going to let go with one hand and draw the knee across the body. Again, feeling for the outer glute muscles or glute med, and all the way into your your IT bands. Maybe a little bit of your hamstring is feeling that stretch too, and then bring it back. And again, exhale. Use your breath to find space in the muscle, and then bring it back. Good, and let's switch our hands, bringing the leg to the outside, and again, paying attention to that opposite hip, and pull it back up. And again, reach it out, and pull it back up. Let's stretch that leg long and up towards the ceiling. Big inhale. And then exhale, flex that foot, start to walk up the back of the leg, pulling your knee to your head and your head to your knee. And then let your head, neck, and shoulders roll back down onto the mat. Hold that stretch for one more breath. And then slowly release it. Good, let's pull both knees up and in and just rock it from side to side, releasing any last little bit of tension you might be feeling in your lower back. Using that prop you have to give yourself space. Good, and then let's drop the left leg down onto the mat. Keep that right leg up at tabletop, and then just let the top of your shin relax. So from the knee down to the foot is just relaxed, and we're just going to do a hip stir. So imagine the femur bone dropping down into the hip socket, keeping your abs a little bit turned on here so you're not losing that connection to your core, and then switch and stir in the other direction. This is a great way to get those hips to feel a little more open, and then slowly place it down. And let's transition to the other side. Let the upper leg or the lower leg just relax, and then stir that femur bone. Let it glide inside the socket of the hip. Imagine it moving really fluidly, and then let's relax that and go in the other direction. And one more circle here, and then let's bring those feet together. Allow the knees to open up. Add a little bit of resistance with your hands, pressing gently into the thighs, allowing those hips to really release. Inhale here, and then exhale, bring the legs back together, and let's roll the hips up once again, releasing that prop from beneath your hips and your low back, and then start to roll it up nice and easy. Good. All right, let's go into the upper body. So let's take that pillow and place it between the shoulder blades. Let's take the hands behind the head and start to open up the spine into a little bit of extension, and then bring it up. Just flexing enough to feel a stretch through that upper middle back, and reach into a little bit of extension. And roll it up. Exhale one more time. Reach and extend that chest. And bring it back up. And again, you can use a yoga block for this. Some people do find it a little bit challenging to have the yoga block because it isn't as forgiving as a pillow or a ball, but they both work equally well. So from here, we are going to stretch across the chest by lifting those arms up a little higher in front. Cross the arms in front of your chest. Give yourself a nice big hug. Wrap your arms or your fingertips around your shoulders, and then roll your head, neck, and shoulders back down. Inhale here. And then exhale, start to unravel the arms into a T position. And then lift the arms up in front of you. Let's switch to cross of the arms. Roll your head, neck, and shoulders up. Reach for those shoulder blades once again. Come up a little higher and roll it back down. Hold that stretch and then slowly unravel the arms. Reach them back out to a T. And let's take the arms into a cactus position. So I'm going to bend my elbows. Bring those arms together and open the chest. And bring the arms together and open it up. One more time. Bring it together. Hold it here. See if you can press your forearms and your palms together. Reach your fingertips past your head and then bring the arms back down. And again, try to get as close as you can with those forearms and bringing it back down. Let's try one more. And bring it back down. Slowly release the hands. Reach around, grab one of your knees, pull it in towards your head, and roll yourself up. Straighten the legs. Inhale, lift. Exhale, and reach it forward. Maybe you can reach towards your toes or your shins. Lift your chest. Find that length, and then slowly roll it all the way up. How are you feeling? All right, we're almost done our relaxation and our slow down Sunday. So we're going to place those hands beneath the shoulders, and we're going to just let those hips move from side to side, a little hip sway. And then let's find a little bit more rhythm here. Roll the hips forward and back, trying to make a nice circular motion. Upper body and lower body working together harmoniously, and then switch and go the other way. Inhale, exhale, still thinking about picking up that core to support the movement. And 2. And one more circle here. Good, let's curl those toes under. Roll it up into your cat stretch. Bring your hips back a little bit. And then exhale, when you come forward into your cow, bring your hips forward and drop them. Open up that chest. And then come back, pick it up, roll it back, sink into those heels, and then roll it forward like you're unraveling your spine and opening it up. Oh, it feels so nice. Roll it back. And one last time. Bring it forward. Turn that core on. Lift, open the chest, and then bring your feet to the mat. Touch your toes, open your knees a little wider, and send your body into a nice child's pose. Let's turn those palms to face each other. So we're stretching the underside of those arms. Inhale here. And exhale, let it go. If your head's not quite touching the mat, you can use a prop. And just take your head and just press it down onto the pillow and release your head and neck and shoulders. Staying there, connect to your breathing for one more deep inhalation. And then on your exhale, slowly start to roll yourself up, coming back to a seated position. Nice. Let's finish off with a nice spine twist. You can come to a simple cross-legged position or keep this position here. Let's lift those arms up. And exhale, take the left hand across to that right knee. Take your right hand behind you, either on the floor or on your tailbone, and just start to reach your chin over that back shoulder. Inhale, lengthen up again, spread the fingers wide, open the chest, and exhale, twist. Looking over that back shoulder. Inhale as you come back to center. Bring your chin to your chest, draw your hands behind your head, and then gently push your head into your hands and your hands into your head. And that's going to allow you to feel a nice stretch in the back of your neck. Inhale, slowly release the arms, lift your head, lift your shoulders up, back and down, circle it, and shake it out. Excellent job. You should feel amazing and proud of yourself for spending some time working on you. Thank you for joining me today for our Serene Sunday Slowdown. Have an amazing day. Namaste.